Hello fellow creatives, let me hope we are well basically, and we are continuing from where we stopped after designing this wonderful poster from the use of templates, and we like migrate maybe this effect from the other one and we come up with a design. Okay, um we are now looking at seeing that we integrate photos, and we are going to be integrating them from here. Okay, but what would we first learn? Because most of the photos that we can put here are basically as a result of putting them into containers. So this video could be about how to put, okay, a photo into a container. So if I happen to come here, let me show you like an example. So if I happen to come here, then get this, okay, then create that surf, like I create the smallest the smallest workspace, like something small, not of quality, not like I'm leaving other factors constant. So if I happen to come here, remember what I told you, that if you see this arrow going down, it means that it is not alone, it has some other tools. So I'm going to be maybe using a circle, okay, to use like to clip or to put a photo into a container. So I can put this off. That is one of the methods. Then the other method I would do is come and go to my hard drive and look for where I have some photos. Let me say in this folder I happen to have some photos, maybe this one. So I right click on it and say open with, then I choose Photoshop. So after choosing it, Photoshop opens it in another window. Then I make sure that I switch off this padlock. And for those of you who are in a lower version of this, it means you have to do what? You have to go and do what? You have to go and change, okay? Change this, okay? I mean, double click on the padlock and the padlock first goes off. Now, what you have to do next is to click here, the circle, then you make sure that it has no fill. So we put off the fill and we make sure that it isn't in path or pixels, it is in shape. So we click, hold, as we hold what? Sorry about this. So we click, hold and drag. Okay, so we hold shift. Shift helps us scale this circle in a uniform what? Excuse me. So shift helps us move this circle in a straight line. Okay, so if we do it again and I show you, so we select our photo. So we first make sure that our photo is selected. Let us go here, get the move tool, make sure that our circle is our photo is selected. We go and choose a shape that is a circle or ellipse. So then after we do that while holding what? Shift to scale it uniformly. Okay, like that. So after that, cancel this. So after that, our scaling is done. So we right click. So are you seeing the issue is here? So we had turned it to a what? A path. It has to be a shape. So we do that. Okay, while holding shift. Then we move it holding the page what? Buttons. So if it does not form a shape above, okay, or an ellipse tool above, it basically means that it is not that. Okay, so it basically means that is not the what? That is not the shape. Okay, so now after having created this, you right click, okay, then you choose what? Make selection. So we go back. So we first go back, then we have our shape. So you draw holding a shift. So that is it. Now you right click when it is still selected and make a what? Make selection. Okay, so you turn it to 0, not to leave any feathering. So you say okay. Then when you come here, you go to selection and you say inverse. Are you seeing that? So the other part is what? Is inversed. Then when you come here, okay, so you come to the lower one and you go to edit, okay, then you go to clear. like that. So after having cleared this, you just say control what? Control, okay, that is a control D to deselect. So what you will have created, if we happen to delete this, maybe this ellipse like that, are you seeing? So we will have created this. If we happen to go back a little bit behind, so before we create an inverse, so if we click this and we go here on, then we clear, okay, so it means basically we are clearing what was selected. So if at all we just come there and say maybe in edit, instead of saying clear, we say copy, then again we come to edit and say maybe paste. Are you seeing that? So if we switch off our original shape, we have that. If we switch on our original shape, are you getting it? So that is basically the technique behind it. Okay, so now if we want to like get this shape maybe somewhere here, okay, so now I want to place or use that method somewhere here. It means that I'm going to be starting with my picture, not so. So maybe I can do it from this side. So I can choose to do it from this side. So that is how we like we place content in a what? In a shape. So say I like create, let me first delete this. So I create a shape like that, then I copy this shape. Okay, I first copy that shape, then keep it. So after that I right click and make selection, okay, then do that. Okay, so if I happen to like Control Shift I, that is the inverse, the shortcut of the inverse, then I like select cancel, then I select my layer and delete it. Okay, then after I click a Control D to deselect. Okay, I click a Control D to deselect, then I Control Shift V to paste the other layer that I happen to copy. Can I like paste it because I like copied it? So if I have that, then remember it is a shape, so I give it a certain color, maybe yellow. Let me hope it has sat there. Then I click a Control D, a Control T, not a Control D. Then I scale it. Oh, we first go back. So this is the layer. So if I delete this, then I paste Control Shift V. Yes, so I wanted to create something that is not coming out here. So if we first go back, so we get our circle. I want to test something here. Okay, so this is our circle. Then we can fill it, okay, with any color. So if I can copy this circle, so I make a duplicate of it. Okay, so I reserve one. So when I reserve this one, I remain with this one up. So maybe I remove the eye of the upper one that has been reserved. So if I get this one, this circle, when still selected, I deselect. I go back, I remove the what? The color. So it remains empty. Now I right click on it and make selection. So okay, so I've made a selection, then Control Shift I to inverse it, then I get to this layer and go here to image, then clear. Okay, so Control D. Then on this one, if I put this one again, then I push it down. Okay, then after I click a Control T, so if I try to scale it, are you seeing that? So that is what I would want to create in this in this shape. So thank you for watching. I'm going to be uploading this as an extra video on its own. That is how to place photos in a container. So you can use any of these containers. Okay, that is a polygon, ellipse, rounded, then rectangular, then okay, custom. Okay, because with this one you can play around and change the number of whatever's on it. So maybe we shall happen to look at that the next time, but for now let us consider looking at this.